Embracing the mysteries of California's haunted beaches. Welcome, dear viewers, to another spine-tingling episode on our haunted storytelling channel. If you're here, chances are you've already felt the pull of the supernatural, the curiosity that drives us to explore the darker corners of history and legend. Today, we're diving into the eerie allure of California's coastline, a stretch of land where the Pacific Ocean meets stories of tragedy, mystery, and restless spirits. From the foggy shores of Northern California to the sun-drenched sands of the South, these beaches are not just picturesque, they are steeped in haunting tales that linger like the salty sea breeze. California is known for its golden beaches, iconic landmarks, and vibrant culture, but beneath the surface lies a darker narrative. The state's rich history, marked by shipwrecks, Native American legends, and modern tragedies, has left an indelible mark on its coastal landscapes. These places, once teeming with life and laughter, now echo with whispers from the past, whispers carried by the waves and whispered through the wind. Whether it's the ghostly cries of lost sailors, the spectral figures of those who met untimely ends, or the inexplicable phenomena reported by locals and visitors alike, California's haunted beaches offer a chilling glimpse into the unknown. Why focus on haunted beaches? Because they serve as portals to a world beyond the ordinary, a liminal space where land meets sea, life meets death, and the mundane meets the mysterious. These locations transcend mere geography. They are imbued with emotion, memory, and energy that defy explanation. For some, they are places of reverence and reflection, while for others, they are sites of fear and fascination. By exploring these haunted shores, we not only uncover the stories behind their reputations but also confront the universal themes of loss, resilience, and the human desire to understand what lies beyond. So, grab your favorite blanket, dim the lights, and prepare to embark on a journey through some of California's most chilling and enigmatic beaches. By the end of this video, you'll not only know where to find these haunted spots but also why they continue to captivate imaginations and send shivers down spines. Let's peel back the veil of normalcy and step into a world where the line between the living and the dead blurs. Welcome to Haunted Beaches of California. Before we delve deeper, let me set the mood. Imagine walking along the shore at dusk, the rhythmic crash of waves providing a haunting soundtrack to your exploration. The horizon glows with the last remnants of daylight, casting long shadows across the sand. Suddenly, a cold breeze brushes against your skin, even though the evening is warm. You pause, sensing an unseen presence nearby. This is the essence of California's haunted beaches, a blend of beauty, history, and the inexplicable. Are you ready to uncover their secrets? Let's begin. Moonlit tragedies. The haunting of Pismo Beach. Nestled along the central coast of California, Pismo Beach is renowned for its pristine sands, sparkling waters, and laid-back charm. But beneath its idyllic facade lies a dark chapter etched into its history, a tale of forbidden love, betrayal, and heartbreak that continues to haunt its shores. Known locally as the Moonlit Tragedy, this story revolves around Emily Hartley, a young woman whose tragic fate has become synonymous with the eerie occurrences witnessed on this otherwise serene beach. Emily Hartley was born in 1892 to one of Pismo Beach's wealthiest families. Her father, Thomas Hartley, owned vast tracts of land and had high ambitions for his daughter, envisioning her marrying into another affluent family to secure their social standing. However, Emily's heart belonged to someone far removed from her privileged world, James O'Connor, a humble fisherman who lived in a modest cottage overlooking the ocean. Their love blossomed under the cover of moonlight, hidden from prying eyes, as they strolled along the beach exchanging vows of eternal devotion. Their secret romance thrived until the summer of 1910, when Emily's father discovered their clandestine meetings. Enraged by what he perceived as a threat to his family's reputation, Thomas forbade Emily from seeing James again. He arranged for her to marry Edward Whitmore, a wealthy businessman twice her age, hoping to solidify alliances beneficial to his empire. Despite her pleas and protests, Emily found herself trapped in a gilded cage, her dreams of a life with James slipping further away. On the eve of her wedding, driven by desperation and love, Emily devised a plan to escape. She sent a message to James via a local boy, instructing him to meet her at their usual spot near the cliffs after midnight. That fateful night, clad in her wedding gown, Emily slipped out of her family home and made her way to the beach. The moon hung low, casting silver reflections on the restless waves as she waited anxiously for James. But fate intervened cruelly. A violent storm swept in unexpectedly, churning the sea into chaos. James, battling the tempest in his small fishing boat, struggled valiantly to reach the shore. Witnesses recall seeing flashes of lightning illuminate his desperate attempts to navigate the treacherous waters. Meanwhile, Emily, hearing the distant rumble of thunder and fearing the worst, ran towards the edge of the cliff, her white dress billowing wildly in the wind. In a moment frozen in time, Emily spotted James's boat capsizing in the distance. Overcome with grief and despair, she let out a piercing scream before throwing herself off the cliff, her body plunging into the merciless sea below. Her final act of defiance was also her demise, sealing her tragic love story in the annals of Pismo Beach lore. Since that harrowing night, reports of paranormal activity have plagued the area. Locals speak of a spectral figure dressed in a tattered wedding gown, wandering aimlessly along the beach during full moons. Many claim to see her silhouette against the moonlit waves, her arms outstretched as if searching for something, or someone, lost forever. Some describe hearing faint sobs carried by the wind, mingling with the sound of crashing waves, creating an atmosphere of profound sorrow. Visitors to Pismo Beach have documented numerous unsettling encounters. One particularly chilling account comes from a couple who spent a weekend camping near the cliffs. Late one night, unable to sleep due to the howling wind, they ventured outside to gaze at the stars. To their astonishment, they saw a woman in a flowing white dress standing precariously close to the cliff's edge. As they approached to warn her of the danger, she turned slowly, revealing a face pale and gaunt, eyes hollow yet filled with anguish. Before they could react, she vanished into thin air, leaving behind a lingering chill that permeated the night. Another frequent phenomenon involves sudden temperature drops accompanied by an overwhelming sense of sadness. Beachgoers report feeling inexplicably melancholic, as if weighed down by centuries of unspoken sorrow. Dogs, usually carefree and playful, become skittish and refuse to enter certain areas, especially near the cliffs where Emily met her end. These anomalies add layers of intrigue to the haunting narrative, drawing curious souls eager to experience the supernatural firsthand. For those brave enough to explore Pismo Beach under the silvery glow of a full moon, the possibility of encountering Emily Hartley's restless spirit remains tantalizingly real. Her story serves as a poignant reminder of love's power to transcend boundaries, and the devastating consequences when such love is thwarted. As waves continue to crash against the rugged coastline, they carry whispers of a romance cut tragically short, echoing through eternity. In exploring the haunting legacy of Pismo Beach, we confront not only the specter of Emily Hartley but also the enduring impact of human emotions, love, loss, and longing, that refuse to fade with time. Here, amidst the beauty and tranquility of nature, lies a testament to the fragility of life and the resilience of the human spirit, forever intertwined with the mysteries of the deep blue sea. Echoes of war. The ghostly presence at Point Dume perched dramatically on the Malibu coastline. Point Dume is a natural wonder that commands attention with its towering cliffs and panoramic views of the Pacific Ocean. This iconic landmark has long been a favored destination for surfers, hikers, and nature enthusiasts drawn to its rugged beauty. Yet beneath its majestic exterior lies a lesser-known history steeped in military significance and spectral intrigue. During World War II, Point Dume served as a strategic lookout post, part of a broader network designed to protect the western seaboard from potential enemy threats. It was here, amidst the tension and vigilance of wartime operations, that a series of eerie events unfolded, giving rise to the haunting tales that persist today. The military installation at Point Dume was established in response to growing concerns about Japanese submarines prowling the California coast. Equipped with advanced radar technology and manned by dedicated soldiers, the station played a crucial role in monitoring maritime activities and safeguarding national security. Soldiers stationed at Point Dume endured grueling shifts, scanning the horizon for any signs of hostile vessels. The isolation and constant pressure took a toll on morale, fostering an environment ripe for supernatural speculation. One of the most compelling accounts stems from the experiences of Private Danny Monroe, a young soldier assigned to the radar unit. Known for his keen observational skills and unwavering dedication, Danny quickly became a respected member of the team. However, his tenure was marred by increasingly bizarre incidents that baffled both his comrades and superiors. Late-night patrols often left him visibly shaken, recounting visions of shadowy figures moving silently along the cliffs. Initially dismissed as fatigue-induced hallucinations, these sightings gained credibility when other soldiers began reporting similar encounters. The turning point came on a particularly stormy night in early 1943. High winds battered the cliffs, and torrential rain reduced visibility to near zero. Despite the adverse conditions, Danny insisted on maintaining his post, determined to fulfill his duty. According to eyewitness accounts, he was last seen pacing nervously near the edge of the cliff, muttering about shapes in the mist. Moments later, a deafening crash echoed through the storm as a massive wave surged over the rocks, sweeping Danny into the churning sea below. Rescue efforts proved futile, and his body was never recovered. Following Danny's disappearance, reports of paranormal activity escalated. Soldiers claimed to hear disembodied voices calling out his name, especially during storms reminiscent of the night he vanished. Others described seeing a lone figure standing atop the cliffs, gazing out to sea, only to vanish upon closer inspection. These apparitions were invariably identified as Danny, his presence seemingly tethered to the location of his presumed demise. Post-war developments did little to dispel the haunting aura surrounding Point Dume. Civilian visitors and park rangers alike have recounted chilling encounters over the decades. One ranger, tasked with conducting routine inspections, reported feeling an inexplicable chill while ascending the trail leading to the summit. As he reached the top, he swore he heard footsteps trailing behind him, though no one else was present. Turning abruptly, he caught a fleeting glimpse of a uniformed figure retreating into the fog, its features obscured but unmistakably reminiscent of a World War II soldier. Surfers, too, have contributed to the growing legend. Tales abound of riders experiencing equipment malfunctions or inexplicable currents pulling them toward the base of the cliffs. Some attribute these incidents to the mischievous antics of Danny's spirit, seeking companionship or perhaps attempting to warn unsuspecting individuals of the dangers lurking beneath the waves. Perhaps the most disturbing account involves a group of teenagers who ventured onto the restricted portions of the cliff late one evening. Armed with flashlights and bravado, they sought thrills in the abandoned remnants of the old military outpost. As they explored the dilapidated structures, eerie whispers filled the air, growing louder and more insistent. Panic ensued when one member claimed to see a translucent figure materializing before them, clad in a tattered army uniform. Fleeing in terror, the group stumbled upon a rusted dog tag embedded in the dirt, a relic bearing the name D. Monroe. Despite, or perhaps because of, these unsettling phenomena, Point Dume continues to attract adventurers eager to test their courage against the unknown. Guided tours occasionally incorporate discussions of the site's haunted history, inviting participants to ponder the intersection of human endeavor and supernatural mystery. For many, the allure lies not solely in the prospect of encountering ghosts but in the opportunity to reflect on the sacrifices made by those who stood guard over America's shores during times of conflict. As twilight descends upon Point Dume, casting elongated shadows across the landscape, one cannot help but feel a profound connection to the past. The ghostly echoes resonating through the cliffs serve as poignant reminders of lives interrupted and legacies forged in the crucible of war. In exploring this haunted bastion, we confront not only the specter of Private Danny Monroe but also the enduring resonance of human valor and vulnerability, forever entwined with the timeless rhythms of the sea. The vanishing village of Moonstone Beach, nestled along the rugged Northern California coastline, Moonstone Beach stands as a haunting testament to the transient nature of human settlements and the inexorable march of time. Once a thriving community bustling with activity, this quaint village has since succumbed to the relentless forces of nature and decay, leaving behind a skeletal framework of its former self. Its transformation from a vibrant hub of commerce and camaraderie to a desolate ruin is punctuated by eerie tales of disappearances and spectral visitations, making it one of California's most enigmatic and haunted locales. Moonstone Beach earned its name from the iridescent stones scattered along its shores, prized for their unique luster and beauty. In the late 19th century, the discovery of these gemstones sparked a rush akin to the gold fever that gripped other parts of the state. Prospectors and entrepreneurs flocked to the area, establishing a thriving mining operation that soon gave rise to a small but prosperous village. Wooden cottages, general stores, and even a modest inn sprouted up, catering to the influx of fortune seekers and their families. Life in Moonstone Beach was characterized by hard work and hopeful optimism, as residents dreamed of striking it rich and carving out new lives amidst the breathtaking scenery. However, prosperity proved fleeting. By the early 20th century, the supply of moonstones began to dwindle, and with it, the economic vitality of the village. Businesses shuttered, and many residents moved on in search of greener pastures. Those who remained clung to the hope that better days lay ahead, but the writing was on the wall. Nature, indifferent to human aspirations, began reclaiming the land. Winter storms battered the coastline, eroding the cliffs and undermining the foundations of buildings. Slowly but surely, Moonstone Beach faded from the map, its once bustling streets now silent and overgrown. Yet, the story of Moonstone Beach does not end with its physical decline. Over the years, reports of strange occurrences have emerged, fueling speculation about supernatural forces at play. Local fishermen and occasional visitors speak of seeing lights flickering in the abandoned cottages, despite there being no electricity or inhabitants for decades. Some claim to hear faint music drifting on the breeze, reminiscent of the lively gatherings that once animated the village square. Most unsettling are the accounts of people vanishing without a trace, their disappearances attributed to everything from rogue waves to malevolent spirits. One of the earliest recorded incidents involved a group of teenagers who ventured into the ruins seeking adventure. They entered one of the remaining structures, intrigued by the prospect of uncovering hidden treasures. Hours later, only 3 of the 5 returned, disoriented and terrified. They spoke of hearing disembodied voices urging them to leave, followed by the sensation of being watched by unseen eyes. When pressed for details about their missing companions, they could offer little beyond vague recollections of shadows closing in and a pervasive sense of dread. Search parties dispatched to locate the missing teens found no trace, adding to the growing legend of Moonstone Beach as a place where reality bends and people vanish. More recent encounters paint an equally chilling picture. A photographer visiting the site to capture images of the decaying architecture reported capturing an inexplicable figure in several of his shots. Reviewing the photographs later, he noticed a translucent form standing near the edge of a crumbling pier, its features indistinct yet undeniably humanoid. Attempts to rationalize the anomaly as lens flare or digital error fell flat when multiple witnesses corroborated seeing a similar figure during their visits. Others describe hearing children's laughter echoing through the empty streets, despite the absence of any living souls for miles around. Among the most persistent legends is that of the Moonstone Maiden, a spectral woman said to wander the beach at night, collecting stones and humming softly to herself. Described as ethereal and beautiful, her appearance is often accompanied by a sudden drop in temperature and the scent of salt water tinged with lavender. Some believe she represents the collective sorrow of all who lost their livelihoods and homes as the village declined, while others view her as a guardian spirit, protecting the remnants of Moonstone Beach from further destruction. Despite, or perhaps because of, its haunted reputation, Moonstone Beach continues to draw curiosity seekers and thrill seekers. Urban explorers, armed with cameras and courage, venture into the ruins hoping to document evidence of paranormal activity. Paranormal investigators organize overnight excursions, deploying an array of equipment to capture EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, and thermal anomalies. Participants often emerge shaken but awestruck, their experiences ranging from mild unease to full-blown encounters with the inexplicable. For those willing to brave the desolation and darkness, Moonstone Beach offers a unique portal to the past, a chance to walk among the ghosts of a forgotten era and grapple with the impermanence of human achievement. Its haunting beauty serves as a stark reminder of nature's supremacy and the ephemeral nature of our endeavors. As waves continue to lap at the eroded cliffs and winds whisper through the skeletal remains of cottages, Moonstone Beach stands as a haunting monument to the cycles of creation and decay, inviting us to listen closely to the echoes of history and honor the memories of those who came before. Shadows beneath the waves. the ghost ship of Redondo Beach. Redondo Beach, with its iconic pier stretching into the Pacific Ocean, is a popular destination for surfers, anglers, and tourists alike. Yet beneath the surface of its azure waters lies a chilling legend that has haunted the imaginations of locals for generations: the tale of the ghost ship. This spectral vessel, said to drift aimlessly along the coastline, is steeped in maritime mystery and tragedy, its origins intertwined with the perilous journeys of sailors who dared to challenge the unforgiving seas. The legend begins in the early 20th century, during the height of Redondo Beach's prominence as a bustling port town. Ships laden with goods and passengers regularly docked at the harbor, contributing to the city's growth and prosperity. Among these vessels was the SS Monterey, a grand steamship renowned for its elegance and reliability. Launched in 1905, the SS Monterey was a marvel of engineering, boasting luxurious accommodations and state-of-the-art navigation systems. For years, it ferried passengers between Los Angeles and San Francisco, earning a reputation as a safe and comfortable mode of travel. However, the SS Monterey's illustrious career came to a tragic end on a foggy December night in 1923. Departing from San Pedro Harbor, the ship encountered dense fog that severely limited visibility. Despite the captain's best efforts to navigate safely, the SS Monterey collided with a smaller fishing boat near Redondo Beach. The impact was catastrophic, sending both vessels spiraling into chaos. While the crew of the fishing boat managed to abandon ship and swim to safety, the SS Monterey suffered irreparable damage. Within minutes, it began taking on water, its engines failing as panic spread among the passengers. Rescue operations were hampered by the inclement weather, and despite valiant efforts, dozens of lives were lost as the SS Monterey sank beneath the waves. Survivors recounted harrowing tales of clinging to debris, watching helplessly as friends and loved ones disappeared into the frigid depths. The disaster sent shockwaves through the community, prompting calls for improved maritime safety measures and stricter regulations. Yet, even as the wreckage settled on the ocean floor, whispers of the SS Monterey's ghostly return began to circulate. Fishermen were among the first to report sightings of the phantom ship. Returning from late-night expeditions, they claimed to see a ghostly outline of the SS Monterey gliding silently through the mist, its decks eerily illuminated as if powered by an otherworldly force. Attempts to approach the apparition proved futile, as the ship would vanish into thin air whenever anyone drew near. Some described hearing faint cries for help emanating from the vessel, while others swore they could make out shadowy figures moving about the deck, engaged in perpetual labor. Over time, the legend of the ghost ship grew, capturing the imagination of Redondo Beach residents and visitors alike. Tourists flocking to the pier often inquire about the spectral vessel, hoping to catch a glimpse of the elusive specter. Local guides regale them with tales of doomed voyages and restless spirits, weaving a tapestry of folklore that adds depth and intrigue to the beach's allure. For many, the possibility of encountering the ghost ship represents a thrilling brush with the supernatural, a chance to witness history come alive in the most haunting of ways. Scientific explanations for the ghost ship phenomenon have been proposed, ranging from optical illusions caused by atmospheric conditions to underwater methane bubbles creating temporary mirages. However, skeptics and believers alike agree that such rationalizations fail to capture the essence of the experience. There is something inherently unsettling about the idea of a ship lost to time continuing to sail the seas, its crew forever trapped in a purgatory of salt water and shadow. One particularly compelling account comes from a scuba diver named Sarah Mitchell, who embarked on a nighttime dive off the coast of Redondo Beach. An experienced diver with years of underwater exploration under her belt, Sarah was familiar with the area's marine life and geological formations. However, nothing could have prepared her for what she encountered that fateful evening. As she descended into the depths, her flashlight beam cutting through the murky water, she suddenly noticed a large structure looming in the distance. Approaching cautiously, she realized it was the wreck of a ship that should not be there. The vessel bore striking similarities to descriptions of the SS Monterey, its hull encrusted with barnacles and coral. Peering through a porthole, Sarah was astonished to see movement inside the cabin. Shadowy figures bustled about, their forms indistinct yet unmistakably humanoid. Overcome with a mixture of awe and terror, she retreated to the surface, her mind racing with questions. Upon reviewing her footage later, she discovered that the camera had captured clear images of the ghost ship, including close-ups of the spectral crew going about their ghostly duties. Such encounters underscore the enduring power of the ghost ship legend, serving as a reminder of the fragility of human existence and the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. For those brave enough to explore Redondo Beach's haunted waters, the possibility of encountering the SS Monterey remains tantalizingly real. Its ghostly presence serves as a poignant tribute to the lives lost and the dreams shattered on that fateful December night, ensuring that the memory of the SS Monterey will continue to haunt the coastline for generations to come. In embracing the legend of the ghost ship, we confront not only the specter of tragedy but also the resilience of the human spirit. The SS Monterey may have met its end in the depths of the Pacific, but its story endures, carried forward by the waves and whispered through the winds. As we gaze out over the horizon, we are reminded of the countless stories submerged beneath the surface, waiting to be uncovered and remembered. The Forgotten Colony of Black's Beach, a tale of isolation and restlessness tucked away beneath the towering cliffs of Torrey Pines State Natural Reserve lies Black's Beach, a secluded stretch of shoreline accessible only by a steep hike or daring descent. Known for its pristine sands and powerful waves, this hidden gem attracts surfers, nudists, and solitude seekers alike. Yet beneath its tranquil facade lurks a haunting legacy, a story of isolation, despair, and restless spirits that refuse to find peace. Black's Beach is not merely a haven for those seeking escape, it is a repository of forgotten histories, where the echoes of a failed utopian colony reverberate through time. The origins of Black's Beach's haunting reputation trace back to the late 1960s, a tumultuous era marked by countercultural movements and quests for alternative lifestyles. Inspired by ideals of communal living and self-sufficiency, a group of disillusioned individuals founded a small settlement they called New Eden. Nestled in the sheltered coves beneath the cliffs, New Eden was envisioned as a sanctuary from societal constraints, a place where harmony with nature and fellow humans would prevail. The colonists, numbering around 30, included artists, writers, environmental activists, and free spirits united by a shared vision of utopia. Initially, life in New Eden flourished. Residents built makeshift shelters using driftwood and salvaged materials, cultivated gardens nourished by the fertile soil, and embraced a minimalist lifestyle centered on creativity and cooperation. Days were spent surfing, painting, and engaging in philosophical debates, while nights were filled with bonfires and acoustic melodies strummed under starlit skies. For a brief period, New Eden seemed to embody the idyllic dream its founders had envisioned. The phantom whistle of Venice Beach, a haunting melody across time. Venice Beach, with its bohemian charm and eclectic mix of street performers, artists, and eccentric personalities, is a cultural melting pot unlike any other in California. Known for its vibrant boardwalk, Muscle Beach, and iconic canals, this seaside enclave exudes a carefree and artistic energy that draws millions of visitors annually. Yet beneath its lively exterior lies a haunting melody that transcends the ordinary, a spectral whistle that pierces the air, transporting listeners momentarily to another era. This enigmatic sound, attributed to the ghost of a long-deceased lifeguard, serves as a poignant reminder of Venice Beach's storied past and its enduring connection to those who once called it home. The legend of the Phantom Whistle is intertwined with the life of Jack Whistle Thompson, a beloved figure in Venice Beach's history. Born in 1905, Jack grew up amidst the burgeoning development of the area, which was originally conceived as a seaside resort modeled after its Italian namesake. With its network of canals and Mediterranean-style architecture, Venice Beach quickly became a playground for the wealthy and famous. Jack, however, found his calling not in luxury but in service, dedicating his life to ensuring the safety of beachgoers. Hired as a lifeguard in 1925, Jack earned his nickname due to his distinctive whistle, a custom-made instrument crafted from polished brass that produced a sharp, penetrating tone audible even above the din of crashing waves and bustling crowds. His whistle became synonymous with authority and reassurance, signaling warnings to swimmers venturing too far or alerting colleagues to potential hazards. Jack's dedication to his duty was unparalleled. He worked tirelessly, often volunteering for extra shifts, and was instrumental in saving countless lives over his 30-year career. Echoes of eternity, the enduring allure of California's haunted beaches. As we draw this haunting journey to a close, it becomes abundantly clear that California's haunted beaches are far more than mere backdrops for spooky tales. They are living embodiments of the state's layered history and the profound impact of human experiences. Each location explored, from the moonlit tragedies of Pismo Beach to the spectral echoes of Venice Beach, serves as a gateway to the past, linking us to events and emotions that transcend the boundaries of time. These beaches, steeped in folklore and mystery, remind us that history is not confined to textbooks or museum exhibits. It lingers in the air, in the waves, and in the very grains of sand beneath our feet. The significance of these haunted sites extends beyond their ability to evoke fear or fascination. They act as custodians of memory, preserving narratives that might otherwise fade into obscurity. Consider Point Dume, where the ghostly presence of Private Danny Monroe lingers, a poignant reminder of the sacrifices made by those who stood guard over America's shores during times of war. Or Moonstone Beach, whose vanishing village and spectral maiden embody the impermanence of human endeavors and the cyclical nature of creation and decay. These locations compel us to confront uncomfortable truths about our collective history, the triumphs, the tragedies, and the unresolved grief that continue to resonate today. Moreover, the supernatural elements woven into these tales serve as metaphors for the complexities of human existence. Ghosts, apparitions, and unexplained phenomena symbolize the lingering effects of trauma, the persistence of memory, and the universal quest for closure. The phantom whistles of Venice Beach, the spectral figures of Black's Beach, and the ghostly ships of Redondo Beach remind us that the past is never truly buried. It lingers, waiting to be acknowledged and understood. In embracing these stories, we engage in a dialogue with history, allowing ourselves to grapple with its lessons and legacies. Thank you for joining me on this chilling yet enlightening expedition through California's haunted beaches. As we close this chapter, remember that the spirits of the past are not confined to creaking floorboards or shadowy figures. They live on in the stories we tell, the memories we cherish, and the lessons we carry forward. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and keep exploring the mysteries that surround us. Good night, and sweet dreams, if you dare.